Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome to another lesson on O-levels chemistry, and today we are going to write ionic equation. We are going to learn to write ionic equation. Many students struggle with it, so it's not that difficult. You just need to get your basics right. So we're going to start from the scratch. Like before writing ionic equation, let's understand how do we write ions. Okay, let's say if I ask you to break sodium chloride into its ions, how would you break it? It has one sodium atom, it will have one sodium ion. It has one chloride atom, it has one chlorine atom, it will have one chloride ion. If I have to break sodium sulfate, Na2SO4, Na2, there are two sodium atoms in sodium sulfate, there will be two sodium ions in sodium sulfate. There is one sulfate molecule, polyatomic, whatever, in sodium sulfate, there will be one sulfate ion. Okay. You cannot write Na2, you cannot break Na2 into this Na2 plus 1. No. Okay, you do not write, if you not write like this, if you're going to write, let's say there are three chloride ions, you will always say there are three chloride ions. There will always be a number on the coefficient part, on the coefficient side of the symbol of an element. Okay, you're not supposed to write it like this. You will never write it like this, like this. You will never like that chlorine, let's say 3 minus 1. No, you cannot write it like this. You'll have to write 3 chloride ions. Okay. Now let's break some other compounds. We have calcium hydroxide. That is one calcium atom, so there is going to be only one calcium ion. There are two hydroxides, there will be two hydroxide ions. Let's break Na3PO4. There are three sodium atoms, there will be three sodium ions. There is only one phosphate, and there will be one phosphate ion. Okay. Let's do another one. Let's break ammonium sulfate, NH42SO4. Okay. If you break these, there is going to be two ammonium ions. There are two ammoniums and one sulfate ion. SO4 minus 2. Let's break magnesium sulfate. Okay, let's break magnesium phosphate. Mg3PO4 taken part 2. So there are three magnesium atoms on the left hand side. So there will be three magnesium ions on the right hand side. And if there are two phosphates, there will be two phosphate ions on the right hand side. Okay, so that's how you write. That's how you break compounds into ions. Now we are going to write ionic equations. How do we write ionic equations? You have a normal equation with you. Okay. Now you are going to break compounds into ions. But remember that you will only break compounds which are aqueous. You will only break compounds which are aqueous. For example, here HNO3 is aqueous, you are going to break it. But water is liquid, you cannot break it. You must not break it. Why is that? It's just that you need to understand what does aqueous mean. Aqueous means that HNO3 got dissolved in water. Aqueous means that HNO3 was dissolved in water. And when it dissolved in water, it broke into its ions. The process of dissolution in water means that the particular salt or the particular acid or particular compound is dissolved in water. It means that it is converted into its ions. So you only break those compounds which are aqueous. So in this case, we have HNO3, it will break down into H plus ions and nitrate ions. One H plus ion, one nitrate ion, one sodium ion, one hydroxide ion. Right? NaNO3 is aqueous as well, one sodium ion and one nitrate ion. And H2 is going to remain intact because it's a liquid. Liquid doesn't mean that it can be broken down into ions. Only aqueous means that a particular compound is broken into its ions. So remember that. Okay. Now what will be the next step? You will cancel the ions that are on both sides. For example, nitrates are on both sides, you'll cancel them. And there is sodium on both sides, you'll cancel it. So you are left with H plus plus OH minus 1 ion forms water. So this is called net ionic equation. This is called a net ionic equation, right? And the ions that are cancelled, these ions are called spectator ions. These ions are called spectator ions. Which ions? The ones which got cancelled. They were sodium ions and nitrate ions were called spectator ions. Why spectator? What are spectators? Spectators are the ones which basically are watching sports but doing nothing actually. They just watch, they do not take part in the actual proceedings. So spectator ions, you can see that sodium ion before the reaction and after the reaction, it's the same. Nitrate ion before the reaction, after the reaction is the same. So that's why they're called spectator ions. So when you write ionic equations, you cancel the spectator ions. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, now H2SO4 is aqueous. There are 2 hydrogen atoms, so there are going to be 2 hydrogen ions, and 1 sulfate ion. MgOH2, so magnesium, there's 1 magnesium atom, there will be 1 magnesium ion. 2 hydroxides are there, so there will be 2 hydroxide ions. They are forming aqueous magnesium sulfate. They're forming aqueous magnesium sulfate, so Mg is 1 atom, 1 ion, sulfate also will be 1, and water will remain intact. Here the spectator ions are Mg and sulfate. They'll cancel. There's 2 water molecules, by the way. So you're left with 2 hydrogen ions plus 2 hydroxide ions are forming 2 water molecules. Okay, this will be the net ionic equation. This will be the net ionic equation. Net ionic equation. Right? Okay, let's do another one. Okay. Let's do this one. Right. So there are 2 Ag atoms, so there will be 2 silver ions, and there will be 2 is being multiplied with the whole molecule. So there will be 2 nitrate. At that 2 nitrates, there will be 2 nitrate ions. Okay. And there will be 1 magnesium atom will have 1 magnesium ion, and 2 iodine atoms will produce 2 iodide ions. AgI is a solid, it will not break down, it will remain as it is, and then we'll have 1 magnesium atom will form 1 magnesium ion, and 2 nitrates will form 2 nitrate ions. Okay, now the cancel spectator ions, magnesium got cancelled, nitrates got cancelled. So you are left with 2 Ag plus 1 plus 2I minus 1 forms 2 AgI. That will be your ionic equation. Don't forget to write the state symbols over here. Okay. For example, AgNO3 is aqueous, so these ions are going to be aqueous as well. All of these ions, they are aqueous. Okay. Obviously, that's why they exist in the form of ions, because they're dissolved in water. So they often ask you to write an ionic equation along with their state symbols. Okay, AgI is a solid. That's why it didn't break down. Now, they do not give you equation in this form. They just give you a worded statement. Now here you'll have to write the equation from the scratch. So you'll have to write the equation from the scratch. So aqueous barium nitrate. Now you have to write its chemical formula. You are going to write chemical formula from its ions. Don't confuse it with the way you break compounds into ions, because the way the compounds are made are different from the way they are broken. So don't confuse that. How do you make compounds? How do you write the chemical formula of compounds? You use the ions. So you have barium is Ba plus 2, nitrate is NO3 minus 1. So barium nitrate would be Ba NO3 taken power 2. It reacts with aqueous sodium sulfate. Sodium is plus 1. Sulfate is SO4 minus 2. You'll have Na2 SO4. It's also aqueous. To to precipitate barium sulfate. Barium sulfate is BaSO4. It will be a solid because it's precipitating, and we have aqueous sodium nitrate, which will be Na is +1, nitrate is NO3 -1. We'll have NaNO3 aqueous. Okay, now once you write the equation, this equation does not have any meaning unless and until it is balanced. So nitrate on the left are 2, nitrate on the right is 1. So you multiply it by 2. In the process you made sodium equal to 2 and sodium are already 2. Now it's balanced. And now you're going to break it down into ionic equation. So they can easily give you this worded statement and they'll ask you to write its ionic equation. So the first step would be to write the normal equation and then to break it down and then to balance it and then to break it down into its ions, and you're going to break only those compounds which are aqueous. Like in this case, barium nitrate is aqueous, so barium is, there is one atom of barium, so Ba +2, NO3, 2 NO3 -1 plus NO3 -1, okay, plus there's 2 sodium atoms, 2 sodium ions, there will be only 1 sulfate ion. Okay, now barium sulfate plus 2 NaNO3s, which means that 2 sodium ions. 2 sodium atoms means 2 sodium ions. 2 is being multiplied with NO3 as well. Whenever there is a coefficient, always remember that it's being multiplied with every element in the compound. The NO3 has the 2 NO3s as well, so 2 NO3 ions will be formed. Why didn't I break barium sulfate? Because it was a solid right there. State symbols: aqueous, 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 solid, aqueous, and aqueous. Okay, this cancel this. All spectator lines I'm going to cancel them, and you are left with barium +2 plus sulfate -2, and you have barium sulfate. Don't forget to write the states. Often they carry 1 mark. Okay, so that's how you write a chemical equation. I started with writing that the equations were already written and balanced, but most of the time they're not going to give you equation in this form. They're going to give you equation in the worded form. So you're going to write the chemical equation first using the ions, using its ions, the way we write chemical formulas. Then you're going to balance the equation, and then you're going to break them down into their ions. Okay, always remember the way they are formed are different from the way they are broken. As you can see, whenever you're going to write 2 nitrate ions, so you're going to write 2 over here. Whenever you're going to write that there are more than 1 ion of a particular element, okay, you're always going to write the number itself in the coefficient like I did over here. Okay, so I hope that you got the gist of it. Yes, that's all from the ionic equation. Until then, I'll get back with you with another video. Until then, Allah Hafiz.